Thank you everyone for coming. This is the dialogue's first day and the first session. I'm very honored to be hosting this session. My name is NORI and I'll be the moderator of this session. We have three and plus online two organizers and good friends that will be introducing what dialogue is. And so, first of all, I wasn't expecting this much people, so it's really thanking with this heat and hotness, the summer, the beginning of the Obon, choosing you guys to be here. And let's give a round of applause for everyone. First of all, thank you everyone.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, so just a quick intro. I wanted to start off how this dialogue started. So last year, 2023, we were having a lot of like big events and exhibitions and opportunities and let's say bright moments, or we were doing proof of X, and a lot of global people came, collectors came, artists came, and we were having our moment. We talked with our local people and we thought like, hey, how can we like, do in our perspective, in our own way, our like, expression. So that was the start, and a lot of artists and like collectors, players were going into the same direction. We want to see like Tokyo, Japan, Asia, our way of like expressing digital art. And surprisingly, everybody said that they wanted to pursue generative art because they were so inspired of this category. Yeah, so that was last year, this summer, so it's been a year. And then me and my team had a chance to go to Asia, and there were so many great artists, so many great teams, so many great curators. I went to Taipei, Volume DAO's so great execution and curation, and I was surprised. I really wanted to work, so I talked to NIINOMI. And then we were saying like, yeah, why not? And we started a meeting. I went to Seoul. There were so many great like, execution, crypto art Seoul. Like that's what Eon Studio's doing. Yeah, so we had all the good players that we didn't see. We wanted to connect and work together. How can we, as an Asian team, show this to the Western world? Of like, or in our perspective, this is the way that we want to show. And this is the way we want to express our artwork. So dialogue came out. It's been 8 months, 9 months we discussed. It's been a long journey. We're very happy to be here. And this is going to be our intro session for us to explain what this is all about. It's on YouTube. Everybody will be able to see this later. But first of all, let me pass the mic to all the organizers to give a quick intro, starting off from NIINOMI.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you. I'm NIINOMI, director of digital art platform NIORT, and as one of the organizers of this exhibition dialogue. In this dialogue, I'm working as a director and a planner and also curator. So I curated some artists based in Tokyo for this show and made the install plan and do some stuffs for this exhibition. And, yeah, I'm very happy to be here with amazing guests. And, thank you for coming.
Yeah, NIORT has been doing digital art for 3 years, and then from platform to physical exhibition.
Yep.
NIINOMI also an artist doing digital art, coding as well. Yeah, so in an artist perspective, curator perspective, gallery owner perspective, yeah, he's been wanting to do this.
Many eyes.
So thank you. Moving on to Taipei Volume DAO. We have two people, starting off with Koyuki-san.
こんにちは。
大家好。
私は小雪です。Hi, I'm Koyuki from Volume DAO, and Volume DAO is it's a collective and community dedicated to generative art on the blockchain. We're based in Taiwan, and most of our members are NFT collector and new media artists. Yeah, and I am the contributor. Yeah. Okay.
So and also we have Shutan from Volume Dao. He's also doing curation. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shidong. I'm also one of the member and contributor of Volume Dao. Yeah, very happy to be here and to see all this like very well done exhibition that organized by NORI and NIINOMI and also the team here. I couldn't like name every single one, but like really thank you for everything to make this happen. And same, I think later we will go maybe deeper of how this dialogue, what's our vision and how we start from here and also continue to the next like more destination in the coming future. So yeah, good to see everyone. Yeah, thank you.
And actually, there's some member here. Taiwan team, say hi to
Yeah, we have
everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
So 5 or 6 people coming from Taipei. And the next, so this dialogue is 4-city tour. So we're gonna have the same artists going into each city. The next stop is Taipei from October. So we're gonna hear some things about it later. No pressure, just an update of what you guys are have in your mind. But yeah, thanks for your introduction. And moving on to Seoul. Unfortunately, you couldn't come, but we have Lucia from Eon Studio. Take it away.
Hello, I'm sad I couldn't be there, but this is Lucia. I mean, my journey into crypto started back in 2017. And as I explored this crypto world, I discovered the rise of NFT art and the metaverse. And I just couldn't resist diving into this rabbit hole. So since 2021, I've been running Eon Studio. It's a Web3 creative studio. And we are currently working on a variety of exhibitions to showcase the incredible value of crypto art. It's been a joy to collaborate with both domestic and international art institutions like NERT. And we are also very thrilled to be part of this dialogue community.
Thank you for that. I went to Seoul was it September, and you guys were doing crypto art Seoul. Very, very surprising, like casting and all the good, like great venue, great like showcase, and like partners all around the world. So very, very inspiring, and that's why I think we wanted you to be here. So yeah, we'll hear more. Seoul will be showcasing November, so we'll be hearing from that. But our final guest will be Arctic from Beijing.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. And I'm Arctic. I'm so sad I can't attend the opening ceremony. I'm a generative artist and also a curator and the co-founder of the Emperor Art. Our Emperor Art is a community and a gallery that focuses on fostering generative art and artificial intelligence art in China. In this year, we have to create 2 artists and help them to launch the projects on Bitcoin Ordinals. Yes, and so nice to see you.
Yeah, Arctic has been very active. There's a lot of you went to like the Decentral, and you've been doing artists and curation. There's a lot of great Chinese artists in the mainland and also outside. So we would love to hear more about what's happening in China. But yeah, because there's a lot of mystery.
Oh yes. Actually, in China, generative art and it is still a very, very new thing, and there are not too many artists involved in this area deeply. But actually, the generative art history in China is not very short. It can it starts from maybe I think it's the last century, 70s or 80s, from the Institute of Computing Technology at Chinese Academy of Science, and now because of the Web3, there are many people that they start to know there is an art type called generative art, and I can see many Web2 or some new media artists that are exploring this area. So I think the future in China, it will be very bright, but it still need time. So I think dialogue, this exhibition is very important and valuable because it gives our Chinese artists a very great opportunity to convey that China also have this area, and we have community, and we would love to share more our art with the world. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like very precious to get all the information from like you guys, and there's we even know that there's an original culture. So yeah, please tell us what's happening there later. But that was the quick introduction, and I wanted to share one slide for you guys so that you guys can participate. Can you switch the slide?
Where?
Not you guys, sorry. I'm talking to the PA. Yeah. So I want this to be a really interactive panel session. So we'll open up with the Q&A. 浪川さん出ますかこれスライド。あ、So if you can access the QR code, you can do the Q&A. Feel free to bring us a question of what you want to hear. And we'll pick up some questions while we are talking with the organizers. It can be in any language, so Japanese, Chinese, Korean, and our organizers will translate for us. Okay. Let me access too, so I can be aware. Okay, so we start again. So I want to first ask NIINOMI-san, because it must have been a really hectic preparation.
Yes.
Maybe you guys saw this, but during our preparation, but it was a very lot of things to do, a lot of ambitious installation. You guys saw the garage, and what did you guys think? Like, it was big structure, yes.
Big structure, yes.
Honestly, when the layout came, we didn't think it was that big.
Yeah.
So,
to be honest, we couldn't expect that visual until the massive structure was built. So, we could find, oh, that was it. Yeah, that's the context behind the exhibition.
so how are you guys feeling right now? Like, we started off, it's a short exhibition, 4 days. It's very short for an exhibition, and a lot of work. I thought it should be 1 week, at least, but how are you feeling?
It might be.
Yeah, how are you feeling right now? And then you came to Taipei, and then you kind of saw it, how did you guys feel, seeing it in Tokyo? Like, you guys were planning for this 8 months, and I thought it was going to be planning forever, but it's actually happening. Can you guys share us what you guys are seeing, or how you feel, or any comments or feedbacks you got from the artists or the audience?
Yeah, I mean, as a crypto art and generative art lover, it's always surprised me when I see these arts that come to life, no matter in what form, in a screen, in any kind of medium, even though it's just paper and print or projection. So, because this is how we translate from intangible to tangible, and more importantly, these work are not only commute the art, but also connect the people between the organizing team and also to the audience as well. So for me, it creates something that another dimension of on-chain arts that make it, I don't know if I can say make it more complete or make it elaborate more, so we can appreciate more how we devote in this community and in this sphere as well.
So Shatan, when back in 2021, we thought decentralized, all this philosophy, ideology, we thought everything could be digital because of COVID, right?
Right.
But it wasn't true. We needed physical, we needed IRL.
Indeed.
Yeah, and then it's a balance, right? And then we're kind of gradually shifting to how we can blend digital into physical, right? So we're on our way. Sometimes we can go global with digital, and that's great. But also we need some time to get together and then see and actually feel or witness or talk to each other or feel the vibes. So this is what we're doing. But yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, this is what we're trying to do. And there's the first question already, a great question. And I think it goes to first NIINOMI.
Yes.
The anonymous questionnaire saying, how did this project proceed? How did we start and continue and plan the project, this whole dialogue? Can you elaborate us, how we started, how we did it? It was on Discord, meeting, how many times meetings there were, or how you planned? Can you tell us how it worked?
Yeah. Originally, we were talking about this idea with NORI, Natoshi in New York team, and also the Takao, generative artist in Japan. It was a casual conversation. Yeah, let's do some interesting movement within Asian cities, and not only Western movements. And because many art scene that came from the West, we thought at that time, and so we wanted to do something interesting from Asia against the Western move. Yeah, it was the initial motivation, and then asking some friends and communities, and also making this idea bigger with the Asian cities. Yeah, so that's why the Taipei, Seoul, and the Beijing team are here. But they're doing several conversations with each cities, and the motivation was shifted in my mind from pushing the Asian scene to the West, to doing the communication within the Asian cities, to know more each other. So from the outside to the showing our movements to outside to knowing more each other. So might be inside, that might be a shift, and then had several conversations on Discord, and a lot of meetings. Yeah, that might be the context.
I think there's extra work because it's secondary language, and even though even Japanese to Japanese is sometimes tough when it comes to art and precise information. But when it comes to secondary language, we were saying that it is not easy, and we are not sure if they understood. That's the hardest part, because we have the same words, but are they getting it in the same perspective? We don't know, right? We're not sure, and that's the hardest part. We think that we have the same sense, but are we getting it in the same perspective? That was the point.
Yes. So the communication is a really difficult part, but one of the most important things to know each other. Then, yeah, our concept became the dialogue. So, as a say, primary value for this exhibition.
So I guess like everybody is now asking what is the hardest part about this exhibition, and we just answered the question, all your questions. But yeah, what about you guys? Like, the Volume Dam has a lot of meetings, very connected to the team, like perspective, direction. How was it for you guys?
First, I want to thank Japan team. You invite us to join this exhibition, because before that we haven't have exhibition in other country. Yeah, I know we have a lot of online meeting, And during that meeting, I can realize, wow, Japan team is work so hard, and I saw. Actually, we usually have discussing on Discord, right? And I can see so many channel.
That's him. He likes to control everything.
NIINOMI style,
He's
right?
I won't say he's a control freak, but he's a control freak.
I tend to make a lot of threads on Discord.
It's good. Yeah, and not only on Discord, it's also on Notion.
Notion,
Yeah.
That's him, that's him.
Documentation is important.
Once I forgot the document, and I just found the Notion for homepage, and then I can find it. Yeah, so thanks, NIINOMI. Yeah.
You're welcome.
And I think the in Taiwan team we were very excited about this, because this exhibition is including so many international artists, and recently we starting to discuss this, because the next one is Taipei. Yeah.
Absolutely. I also want to pass on to Seoul and Beijing, because you guys have a different background, different circumstance, different artists. Let's say Seoul, you guys have a lot of digital artists, but not so much in the coding. I was surprised to see here that when artists came on the artist talk, they said, okay, it was like, oh, I haven't coded for 7 years, or and then it's like, oh, it's like a refreshing opportunity for us to come back to coding, because I was doing so many digital art and animation, touch designer. So how was it for you guys? Lucia, can you tell us how you collected and curated the artist?
Yes. So basically, the Korean team is with Seo, Hyojung, Seo, and Hana. And regarding curating artists, Seo did the major works, because she's in the scene for a long time. She knows a lot of people. And then when we discussed to curate artists for this exhibition, we found out that there are not many code-based artists, but there are many digital artists with such a creativity. But main tech that they are using is like animation and like touch-based design. So with this occasion, we wanted to our aim was to bring different generations from the master level to emerging artists and create their exhibitions. So it can be a little bit different from maybe Tokyo exhibition, but in terms of contents, we are trying to bring more dynamic artworks to the exhibition.
Lucia, I wanted to touch on like the artists, 10 artists, I think half of them I got to onboard how to sell the artwork, digital art piece, and I was really surprised. It's actually their first time selling a digital artwork, which is so great. Is that true? Like, do they not have chances to sell their work in Seoul?
Yes, partly yes. Because especially like the crypto art is sort of misunderstood with crypto trading. You know,
Yeah.
there are so many crypto traders in Korea. And in the beginning of the market, there was a hype in crypto trading market, market.
Yeah.
And since it's sort of like misunderstood that crypto art or NFT art is similar to crypto trading, so actually Studio is aimed to detach this misunderstanding between crypto trading and crypto art. So there are really many emerging artists who entered crypto art scene. But when it comes to the more of a like a master level artist, they are a little bit cautious in like entering into this NFT markets. So yeah, that's true.
NFT was also mentioned in the onboarding, but it was surprising that all the artists were saying we're neutral with the attitude. We just didn't have a chance to explore. So they were pretty open. I was really surprised. It's been 3 years, but still, like, if we have these kind of exhibition, there's so many opportunities. And whether they choose to do NFTs or not, it doesn't matter. But it's so great that they have a chance to sell their work. Yeah, thank you for that. And Arctic,
Thank
thank you. I think you had a really interesting opportunity because a lot of artists are living. Some are living abroad, some are living in China. So you had to communicate with all the artists. How was it for you? You're on mute. You are on mute.
Sorry.
Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
Yes, of course. Well, I think that's due to my studying abroad experience, because last 2 years I live in England, so I have chance to meet some Chinese artists that live in the Western, such as Lucia. She is a very great and famous generative artist that's curated by us blogs. And also I went back China from England, and so I have many opportunity and experience to social with the artists in China. And because there is one more very interesting reason is because in China that there are not so much galleries or place that work or provide for the algorithmic generative art. So we always social in, for example, in Shanghai, there is a gallery called Mud Gallery. So
Mud
one
Gallery.
day, yes, there is a gallery called Mud Gallery. And one day hold events, we will get together to talk with each other. So this is how I communicate these artists together. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, China has 20% of the art market, and it's like, digital art, like there's been history very active in like from the 2000, generative art, and like, Mud's doing AI, Mud does like NFTs also. So like, there's a lot of opportunity. So yeah, I think it's a very fascinating like opportunity to connect you guys. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Yeah, yes, definitely. China market is very interesting and special, I think, because most NFT traders or collectors in China I mean, most of them, they don't know too much about art NFT. Actually, they are more prefer to collect those PFP NFTs. But there are also some very there are some collectors. Maybe they from the traditional art field. Maybe they is a new collector that's on Web3, and they are willing to collect art NFTs. So actually, there are many people. I think there are many people in China that in previous they collect from Art Basel, FLH, this kind of famous generative art galleries and platform. But there is one phenomenon that's actually in China, there are not too many artists that they know Web3. For example, I know many new media artists in China, but they never have experience in crypto world. They just do their artwork for commercial collaborations or this kind of things. So I think this because of Chinese political issues, because China's government, they don't support crypto things. So this kind of generative art NFT currently is still not the mainstream in China. Yes.
I think it's the same situation in each country, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, but okay, thank you, Arctic. So there's a couple of great questions. I love it, like people are asking. So I wouldn't want to touch on everything, but we have 20 more minutes, so we'll go back to maybe later in the ending to the questions. But I wanted to pass it on to NIINOMI to explain to us. There's two things, okay?
Yes.
So first of all, there's a question. How did you come up with the title, a dialogue? So please explain that first,
Yes.
and then I'll ask another question. Go ahead.
Yeah, as I said, the most important part for this exhibition is the communication. Yeah. So originally the motivation was to show our vibes to the West, but let's say, doing several conversations, the difficult, the multi-language conversation is important. So, and that's why the communication is the most important element. So
we had a big debate in the title, right?
Yes.
What kind of did we have? Algorithm, algo something,
algo or aesthetics,
code aesthetics, or yeah, we were too East Asian something. No East and West, and then so we were going back and forth. It took so long, but we were like, hey, it's so hard for us to communicate. Why don't we?
Yeah, the communication was the dialogue.
Yes. So it's a communication plus logging, which is like, preserving the conversation and the activity and the exhibition. So it made sense. It's something like a very human centric, like communication plus like technical, like, log, log, which is like made sense with the function that kind of represents this generative art. So we were like, this is so good. Yeah. Yeah, so that's, and then, yeah, I think it's good, right?
Yes, good.
Yeah, so also moving on to the next question, and this goes to you, me again, but we finished our installation.
Yes.
There's 4 more days. What did you feel, and what do you want to deliver the message to other organizers?
Other organizers.
This is a dialogue,
After finishing the installation.
Yes, you finished the installation. You now have a message to deliver to other people.
Yeah.
What do you wanna tell already?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm just thinking about the message and the core part of the Tokyo exhibition, but having making the experience of art is important. So the how to display your work, or the how to, you can say, express, how to choose the materials, yeah, what medium, what size, how do you want to show your work, not only the 2D screen. Yeah, so that's the most important things for me. So yeah, that's why we built a massive structure and the LED walls and the weird shape, the army frame. So yeah, that's the the weird stuff in this space. But think about because the presentation is important. So yeah, I hope the other city exhibition will be a weird, interesting installation or presentation.
I mean,
Personally.
this is our philosophy, Neord. Like, we like to discuss with the artists, work with the artists, challenge the artists. So I love it when he's always testing us, but he was also asking the artist, what do you want to do as an artist? Like, how do you want to show your work? Is this the best way? You're doing coding, and do you still want to? Don't you want to show your coding? Now is the chance. And that's what he was just saying, and I was like laughing.
Yeah, I simply want to know the core part of the idea they
Yes.
make.
So whether how you take it, you're here, you're seeing it online. I hope there's kind of like a inspiration of how you want to do this, and I guess like this is some things that will be passed on to other cities, and this is how the whole project was gonna proceed, right? Like you see this, now you take it, and then you get influenced in some ways, and we work together, or like, yeah. So I still want to ask my question, but there's another good question, so I'm going to ask. This person is saying, like, how can we continue this? How can we continue this in the future? Please answer to you guys for 3 cities in a very short answer. Go ahead.
I think that's very difficult question because during this exhibition we're preparing, we still thinking about what will happen in the future. But I think that's a good start because of the dialogue. We have dialogue now, yeah, and now Tokyo exhibition is starting, yeah, and I think dialogue could be the plan for. It's not only provide opportunity to generate artists. I think maybe we can find some way is everyone, artist, collector, contributor, we can work together. I will very expect in the future, yeah, because I think it should be the ones. It should be we should be find a way to make this a long-term relationship, yeah. So continue that. Yeah.
Totally. 100%. There's a lot of things that need to be continued. Maybe artists, collectors, sponsors, but altogether, for me, I think it's passion. Passion to continue communicating, which is so hard, because we're doing so many things at the same time, but we still want to be focused, right? What about you, Lucia? How can we continue this?
I personally think like 01 is very important, and I think it's meaningful that today is we actually step like one step further from 0. So yeah, I agree that we should continue discussing how we can like cultivate this Asian digital art community, starting with this generative art exhibition. I think the most important is also continue like discussing, meeting, since we are all in the Asian country, it's easier that we can fly in and out to each other's country. So like keeping this relationship strong is most important thing, I guess.
Absolutely. Thanks for that. And also, Arctic, do you have a word?
Yes, I think today is our first step. The first step is very, very important. And I think if for the future, we need to provide more opportunity for a new artist, give them more chance to show their artworks, and maybe and I think we can find a way that can teach or cultivate this kind of new media artists that maybe they didn't have any crypto experience before, but we can give them some guidance how to enter the crypto world, how to enter how to do work or create their work on Web3 world. Yes, and I think it will have many potential, and we can continue to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Communication, dialogue, continuing is probably the hardest. And I think everybody said it the same way. And that's our title, and that's our philosophy, and that's our base. So I guess that's what we need to do. And we're showing right now the slideshow of the exhibition in Tokyo. Maybe you guys haven't seen it, so we're showing it from Taipei to Seoul. So this is the second room. We took it yesterday, so it might be not done.
Yeah, so we will keep updating. So yeah, it might be a bit old. Yeah.
We're gonna have a walkthrough later, so we're gonna be explaining the artworks, but it's a quick like introing you guys how it is. So in the second room, there's Taipei and Seoul, 20 artists showing their work. Most of them with code, working on the machine live. Yes, okay. All right. So we have 10 more minutes. I wanted to open up for some questions if you guys have any. Also, from the organizers, do you want to ask each other any questions? I think NIINOMI has one. No?
Yeah. I want to know how did you feel after seeing this installation exhibition? Maybe the Taipei team saw in person, but I guess the Seoul team and the Beijing team already checked the installation. How did you feel?
How do I feel? For us, of course, the first impression is how it can be well, let's say, curated. But also at the same time, we're like anxious about like how we are going to do it. Like with the same batch of, let's say, artists and artwork, but in Taipei, in different condition and in different space, in different format. So for me, it's to kind of how we can reimagine a space that we can cohabit, like co-living in a different place. So I believe not only in Taipei, but also in Korea and in China, it will be all different. The condition and the context will be different. But how can we like reimagine a space that so we can better accommodate all the artists and visitors in the same room? So that's what we're like thinking about.
Shitang, I think one thing that from this experience, I think you guys can give us a room or some space to think about from, let's say, Tokyo, Seoul, like how we can interact even more. Like, and we're open to do that. He's a super busy guy, but he would love to do it.
Of course, I love to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I mean, this should be a collaboration, yeah?
Indeed.
Yeah. So, I mean, we would love to give ideas and like, we don't know the installer, but we can give ideas, right? I think this is one thing that we would want to do. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What about Lucia?
I mean, seeing all these installation, the first
Yep.
impression,
Yep.
like, I mean, the Tokyo team did a great job. I mean, I can see you guys did a lot of work and put a lot of effort, and thank you for that. And it also gives us a little bit of pressure on our exhibition as well.
No pressure.
It's amazing. And when we first discussed starting this exhibition, I mean, this was only in our imagination, but now it's in reality, so it's fascinating.
Absolutely. I don't know if we're allowed to say this, but Beijing also has a location. Yeah? Okay. I think Arctic, this is default.
Sorry. Yeah, it's by default. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, I love this installation. They're very impressive, especially the tube. I think it's tube, steel tube, right? They give me a feeling that's come back to the last century, and that is when generative art and computer art start. Yes, I love the feeling, and not only me. I just saw our WeChat group. Some artists, some Chinese artists, they also said, your installation is very, very cool. Yeah, it's very impressive. We love it.
You guys have a WeChat group?
Yes, of course. We guys have a WeChat group. Yeah.
Let us in.
Okay, of course.
So there's one thing
Let me
that
add you as a WeChat friend, and then I can put in. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's a good thing. So in the very end, let us take us through the whole program because we're ending up. So today we have 6 p.m. Opening reception. So if you guys have time, would love to stay. We have some drinks and refreshments, and our friends will be here to celebrate and elevate everybody. It's all about the artists. Please take a look. It will be cooling down a little bit, so maybe you can go outside and watch. It's a little bit hot. And the exhibition will stay until 12th. On the 11th, we will go to Sakura Stage, the newest building in Shibuya. And there will be a Bright Moments meetup. It's the official program collaboration. If you want to come, you don't know the information, hit me up. I have a invitation, but it's going to be a party. And then also, you go to Sakura Stage from today, right? 8 p.m., 8:30?
Today.
Inter Square, you'll be able to see
Oh,
4
Inter Square.
artists showing their works. From 12th, the 40 artists will be shown in Shibuya, 8 monitors, big screens. Their work, maybe 2 or 3 seconds, sorry, it's gonna be short, but it's great. So, and then the closing party in Saloon, which will be audio-visual by Dan Ken. So a lot of programs. We don't even know if we can make it, but it's gonna be massive. But please enjoy. Please talk to us. We would love to explain the artists. The artists are here as well. And we will be very, very happy to have you all, whoever's watching or here. And I hope you have a great time. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.